Hello and welcome to the Green Machine. We are live and we are sexy. I'm David, your host, joined as always by Martin. No Nick. Unfortunately, he can't be with us tonight again. No electricity or internet or running water. I don't think he's gone anywhere, Martin, has he? I think he's just still in Malahide.
yeah, yeah, I think so. God,
Just saying.
I think
Yeah,
I'm expecting Bono to turn up and start singing to him soon.
well, Bono will turn up later on this podcast because I have a thing or two to say about that. Anyway, as always, guys, watching at home, you can join us. We are live, as I said. You can have your say. You want to leave a comment. You want to say hello. You want to ask a question. You want to say how great we are. You want to give Martin loads of views. Work away. We don't care. We will read out your comments. So do say hi if you feel obliged. We've got a cracking show for you here tonight. Actually, Monday. This is our regular time, 9:15 every Monday, and I'm excited. Martin, are you excited?
I am, yeah, kind of to the end of the season though, isn't it? So look, that's not a bad thing for my club football wise. But I'm looking forward to, like, we're not far away now from the real international football again. We've got
Yeah,
4 games
proper
coming up.
stuff.
I'm excited. Yeah.
Will we break tradition a little bit? Will we have a little? Will we get some latest news? First, will we have a look at the fixtures first? Well, we normally leave that to the end, but we have a little look at that first. We've got some information for the tickets for us, haven't you, as well?
We do, yeah. Yeah.
Right, let's get into it first. I mean, we
Mhm.
we are an Irish international podcast anyway, so let's have a look at it. So here is the revised 2022 fixtures. June, of course, next month. Armenia away. That's on the 4th. Ukraine on the 8th. That is at home. You got Scotland on the 11th. That's also at home. And Ukraine on the 14th. That's away. In September, you've got Scotland on the 24th. That is up in Glasgow. And Armenia at home on the 27th of September. And there is that friendly in November to be confirmed. Of course, you know what's coming next.
Yep.
Who do we not go with, Martin?
Oh yeah, we know who not to go with. Go on
We
then.
know not to go with gotogate.com. Do not use them, folks. They're thieving. So and so. I'm gonna try not to curse this week, unless somebody swears and I read it out, then that doesn't count. Anyway, Martin, we've got some ticket news, haven't we? The tickets are available for the away portal, I believe.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, I'm the club chairman of the Republic of Ireland Soccer Supporters Club in London.
Never mentions
I,
it.
I get a lot of information. Obviously, we have many members.
Hmm.
www.risk.org. Anyone interested in joining, get that plug in. You're obviously a member of that esteemed club, David, which is
Well,
great. And yeah, just to let you know, with anyone listening intending to travel to any of the games, tickets are soon to be on sale for the home games if you're not a season ticket holder. If you are a season ticket holder, these 2 games will be part of the package you've already got. And the away portal is now open for Armenia away, which is on the 4th of June. No ticket prices confirmed yet, no actual allocations, but I'm quite impressed that the FAI have opened up the portal where it allows you to register and as a member or a traveling member of the Ireland supporters clubs, basically, and you can apply for tickets. You've got to obviously register your passport with them, your email address, phone number, or confirm all your travel information as well and where you're staying for the game as part of that application process. And I think that actually closes quite soon, so there should be information. If you're a member of a supporters club, you'll be getting information out on that.
Get on it, folks. Do not delay. Get over there and support the boys in green. I won't be going because, well, go to
we got stitched up. Yeah, we got stitched up with the away games. Yeah, but just also then there was speculation you may have seen as well. Of the venue has not yet been confirmed for the Ukraine away game, but it's very likely to be Lodz in Poland.
So yeah, there you go.
But I would wait for confirmation before booking anything. Although I know that some people have jumped the gun, as we all usually do. But yeah.
Yeah, I booked a hotel. Never mind. Anyway, right, let's get into the rest of the show. We've got the housework or the housekeeping out of the way.
Yeah.
Right, let's have a little look at what we're doing tonight. So, as you can see, our sponsors know to go to gate.com. We're going to have a little bit of our boys in green. Who's going up, who's going down, or in contention. We have Social Media Watch and This Week Back in the Day. This Week Back in the Day, actually, was Jack Charlton's birthday. He would have been 87 if he was still with us. Unfortunately, we did lose him last year. But we have a lovely little clip. Not very... I didn't get it off YouTube, by the way. No, I actually got it as an edition of a DVD that I bought for. Can't remember what game it was. It was an Ireland match, but this guy used to buy it off. He actually tacked it on the end, so it was a lovely surprise. Really, really funny interview. Clive Anderson, he is a saucy bastard. Anyway, right, Martin, let's have a little look at it. Let's have a look at our boys in green. Right. I mean, season's coming to a close anyway, so we don't really have a hell of a lot football to talk about. Now, if you want a complete list, we have broken it down. It is available on the Facebook page. It is available on Lansdowne Road Facebook page and the Green Machine Facebook page. Nick compiled it. So any mistakes, blame him. I don't think QPR lost 13-1 or won 13-1 this week. But yeah, have a look at it on there. We split into 3 sections. So we're just going to have a bit of a stream. We're just going to pick a few. We're going to pick the best, the not so good, and the very worst. So let's start with our first bit. Let's start with the best of it. I suppose only one place ready to start. He won't be going to the championship with MK Dons, but I mean, he's had a very good season, hasn't he? But of course, we're talking about Try Parrott. Let's have a little look, Martin, at his statistics this season. An invaluable season as well for young Parrott. Only 20. Don't know why I put Swansea there. It's actually MK Dons, but there you go. He joined in August. 42 games, 10 goals and 6 assists. Don't know where I got Swansea from, but there you go. MK Dons. He could be at Swansea next season.
Could be, yeah. You might be predicting something. And look, I think he's had an excellent season. And he's come on and scored a key goal for us in the last minute that time. Scored in the summer last year as well with us, under Stephen Kenny when we had the tour kind of game. I really like him, and I think he's been used very differently by MK Dons this year, not Swansea, and he's done very, very well with that. I think just the expectation of him is really strange. Everyone thinks he's going to be the next Robbie Keane, banging in goals and stuff. Well, actually, his game's a lot different than
Simon Cox, according to some people on Lansdowne Road.
Yeah,
did you see some of the comments?
Yeah. I mean, he's 20 years. Yeah, like it's ridiculous. That's
10 goals in 42 games, and these Irish pages keep billing him as the next Messiah. Yeah. That was from I think
he's playing deeper and stuff, and it's not even a bad return. 10, in the championship, he's done very well. I think he's playing a man's game there. You are getting smashed and stuff like that all over the place. He's coming up against a lot of our defenders as well, to be fair. But look, he's 20 years old, and we wanted him to go away and play football and learn the man's game, basically. If that's not too misogynistic to say that, but
sexist bastard. Take those jerseys down behind.
Yes, you. Exactly. Yeah, look. But no, I just think he's done really, really well, and I think it's just very dismissive on Facebook and all the social channels just to say, "Oh, he's muck, he's crap and stuff," because it's just an ill-informed opinion, I believe, anyway. Because I think he does do very well, and he's doing really well under Stephen Kenny as well. He likes him.
Just want to bring in Kieran Boyle. Of course, we know where. We'll read his opening comment here, of course. Kieran Boyle, how are you, lads? Few things away to Jason with Umbro. Bring back Adidas hashtag. Yes, totally. Is Parrott going to get a look in a championship club, or is he only League One standard? Probably Swansea, Kieran.
Yeah, he'll be in the championship. I think he will be in the championship, yeah.
But he also follows it up, though. For me, not enough production in front of goal to rise above League One. So he's pissing all over what you said there, Martin.
No, I think he is better than League One. I think what I mean about how he's playing in the very competitive league is, them lads there, they're not going to be on big contracts. They're probably not on probably the money he's probably on with Spurs, to be honest, and these loan deals. And them lads are playing for their mortgages and playing for their earning their wages basically down there. And it's a strange situation, that loan deal. Sometimes you get kind of dictated to as a club of how much you have to play a player and where they're gonna play in your system and things like that. It's just so much goes on in football that we don't really understand. But I think he's actually done really well this year, and he's gone down to that level. And I think he's done very well. I think he will be definitely good enough for the championship, without doubt.
Yeah. No, he has indeed. Let's have another look, a bit of good news as well. The cerebral palsy Ireland team actually, unfortunately, were eliminated by top seeds Ukraine 5-1, but they did reach the quarterfinals of the Cerebral Palsy World Cup. So well done to those lads. Doing us proud over there. Some really good results.
Yeah, excellent. Been following that on Twitter, of course, and yeah, it's been good, very good.
Yeah, no, we tried to give as much coverage to that as well. Now, of course, we're at the end of the season. So some players will be playing in the Premier League next season. Touchy one about that actually in our danger here. But just to finish off the good vibes, we're gonna have a little look again, Martin, at we know a bit more now this week than we did last week at some of the Irish players that are going up. If I've missed any, please give us a shout, and you guys at home as well. So going up, as we know, James McLean, Jamie McGrath, Will Keane at Wigan. Will Keane didn't play again this weekend. 7 squads he hasn't been involved in. God. Glenn Ray.
Oh, you mean Jamie McGrath?
Jamie McGrath, yeah, sorry, not
yeah,
James
sorry.
Glenn Ray at Wigan. You got Chidozie Ogbeni at Rotherham.
Yeah.
George Kenny at Rotherham. And Coyote Joshua at Rotherham. I'm sorry if he's listening. It's been a bit of a day. Let's have a look at part 2 of that. We got a few more. Mark Travers, Robbie Brady, Galvin Kilkenny, all at Bournemouth. We also have Glenn Whelan at Bristol Rovers and Clark Trevor at Bristol Rovers as well. Speaking of which, actually, 38-year-old Glenn Whelan still doing it, albeit in the 4th division. But man, that guy, I thought he retired.
Yeah. Well, he was retired, wasn't he, by our esteemed international manager? He was, he's never actually retired from Ireland duty. Look, he's been a brilliant player, great career, Glenn Whelan. It's interesting. Joey Barton's the manager there at Bristol Rovers and has got them up. And he gave a lovely interview actually where he really credits Whelan. They played in the same youth team, I think, coming through, I think at City maybe at some stage. And so they know each other very well. And he said he's hoping that he's going to stay on for another year, 38, 39. What the experience he's going to bring. And if he's going to go into coaching, it's a perfect opportunity for him to do that. Fair play. Like his wife's lovely on Twitter, quite interactive with Irish fans and stuff, because I think she appreciates how we kind of appreciate Glenn Whelan. He's had a tough year though himself. In this interview, it says about he lost his mother this year, sadly, and I think he just is a true pro. And again, we will look back in history at Glenn Whelan as an international for Ireland, and he is actually underappreciated because we all kind of rave at the moment about Josh Cullen and what he brings to the team, and Glenn Whelan did that for many, many years for us.
Funny enough, now you said about him being gone into coaching, that will take us to our next section of our Boys in Green, the not so tasty. So it has been reported, Martin, very soon after we did the last one of these last week, that Mr. John Eustace, our brand new spanking assistant coach, that's him to the left, by the way. I always any excuse to get a picture of our esteemed leader, Steve McKenny, and that's him there at QPR, John Eustace. Look at those lovely steely eyes of his. Apparently, with Watford getting smashed out of the Premier League already, Roy Hodgson is retiring from football. Well, that's the rumor anyway.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he's confirmed that. Yeah.
He's confirmed it. So there you go. So John Eustace is rumored to be taking over.
Yeah, it's a strange one this way. I mean, Watford are a massive yo-yo club, and they make more. They've had more managers than any other team, I believe, and it's just ridiculous. And it wouldn't be the safest job to go into. But he's got ambitions, and I think it's actually kind of absurd in the way that I've said how many managers and coaches that Watford have. But if you want to kind of cut your teeth in management, without it damaging you long term, Watford's probably the place to do it, because it doesn't seem to impact anybody who goes there and ruin them forever, because they're known as a club that makes so many changes. So it wouldn't be the worst move for him in a way.
No, I mean, when he gets inevitably fired after 6 months, he'll pick up a nice payback. Yeah, exactly. The little thing about him, he actually turned Kidderminster Harriers into the non-league Barcelona.
That's right, yeah.
It's kind of interesting. I mean, he's very good. He's a very esteemed coach. I was having a chat with somebody off air. Not Martin, by the way, at home. It was somebody on WhatsApp. I know that's kind of code name. Yeah, we were having a row off air. And, they're sort of giving out saying that Stephen Kenny needs to be more careful who he's picking and it doesn't look good. I'm like, how does he have any control over that whatsoever? Do we pick crap coaches? If you pick football is dog eat dog, isn't it? If you have the best, someone bigger, better is going to come along and more attractive is going to come along and take it. That's just the nature of the game. And it happened with, we got Duff in. He had a great reputation at Parkhead. And that didn't work out, as we know. We got Barry in, Anthony Barry. He's still at Chelsea, a Champions League winner, and of course, he got taken away from us by the number one team in the world, Belgium, and now you have John Eustace. He allegedly has been headhunted. We don't quite know yet, by Watford, who are going to have, I imagine, a big budget, looking to get straight back into the Premier League. So that's the nature of the game. Unfortunately, really, I mean, I don't know what else he could do.
Well, yeah, I mean, it certainly is. I mean, that's the thing, though. That the nature of the beast is that if you're going to have good people there and they've got ambition and they're starting off in their coaching careers and they have any kind of aspirations to be a manager, you're going to be looked at and going to be brought in. And Anthony Barry, I don't blame him going to Belgium at all, because look, chance to be with number one team of the World Cup. I mean, it actually just makes me laugh thinking about that. The last game, the Belgian game, when they showed up, himself and Mr. Henry on the side of the pitch.
Yeah,
that actually got us back into game, that, because it got the fans a bit riled.
it got him in.
Yeah, but I think look, I think we can't pick and choose our coaching staff like that. You got to remember, Stephen Kenny has a lot of contacts in the game. A lot of these have come through the FAI coaching kind of badges kind of route. So that's interesting, I think, to see that these people are kind of brought into the Irish setup. And as a coach, I don't think he's not second in command, is he? I think that's Keith Andrews. So it's not like your assistant manager's being taken away from you. And I think that's a very secure place with Keith Andrews in there. This isn't a coach on the periphery of it who might bring in some specialism into it. So that might just flip and flop a little bit throughout the time.
Declan Finnegan, their regular viewer, just rightly saying there at the bottom of the screen, John Eustace turned down a manager's job at Swansea last year to stay QPR, and Declan would definitely know that because he is a QPR man himself, season ticket holder. What is it that with Keith Andrews, people seem to have an issue with him, call him bullshitter? It's because Roy Keane said he was a bullshitter and everyone sort of just falls in.
It is that a little bit. I think as well. I think he knows his level, though, of the Championship and what we're doing. And I thought he was a very good pundit on that, because that was a lot of time he played in that level as well. I think I admire him greatly, Keith Andrews, because he struggled and he really got up to the level eventually of being able to play in the Premier League, and he was made captain of teams and stuff. And he went into clubs by all accounts and really kind of got involved quite quickly and kind of set himself about the group, which probably upset a lot of people, I think. But he'd come up the hard way, so he probably thought he had to prove a point there in that. But I think he's very great knowledge, I think, of the Championship, and that's where a lot of our players play. And I like his approach, and I've mentioned it many times on our podcast before, that Keith Andrews' viewpoint on Irish footballers was very much that we should, promote them back to their clubs. They weren't playing enough, so promote them by bringing them into Ireland. Basically,
did you see when he schooled Niall Quinn, when Niall Quinn gave and I know the guest Niall Quinn, being a legend and all that, but he's like, well, look better what the senior players do, the 1-1 draw against Qatar, and Keith Andrews just schooled him. And Niall Quinn was just like, oh my god, what's this stuff he's talking about? Yeah, I'm not against the lad at all, but I just think he gets a very hard time. Right, we'll move on. Do you know what I forgot to do? I actually forgot to mention in the yes bit, and you should have reminded me, Martin, so it's your fault. Nathan Collins has been nominated in the Player of the Month for April. What a turnaround this lad's had. He's got a couple of goals. He's doing well. Fortunately, I think they're going down because they lost to Leicester the weekend and Everton won, didn't they?
Yeah, it's a hard one because we want, Seamus is doing a fantastic job there with Everton and stuff. So, want our captain kind of staying up. But the Burnley thing. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I've had the time.
No, I think Burnley, though, I think he's done very well. And I think, there's a lot of speculation about him. And I think he would do too good for the Premiership, the Championship, and he'll get a move.
He probably, a few clubs. I reckon he'd stay in the. Do you mean Nathan Collins or?
Yeah, Nathan Collins. Yeah. Seamus would stay with Everton. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he'd go down with them on the Titanic. Yeah. Speaking of which, a little bit more of sorry, Danger Hit. Got him all over the place tonight. Aaron Connolly joined in January. He only played 21 games, only 5 90-minute appearances. And I'll keep it there. Seems to act the bollocks off the pitch. Played 24 minutes over the weekend. Not really anything to write home about, is it? He is going down the pan. I don't think actually there's anything more we could say because we've mentioned him every week, so we won't. We know. We get it.
Yeah.
We'll be reading about him in the 42 or something like that, about a guy he's a new Jeff Whitley.
Hope not, but I think he's got to get a kick up the arse basically and think about, does he want to be a footballer?
Yeah, just needs 5 minutes alone with Roy Keane.
Yeah.
Let's have a little look at the. Oh no. I think really, there's. Well, I suppose it goes back to Mr. Liam Scales, and I'm going to do it again. Have you seen this man? Liam Scales, age 23, last seen in Norway on the 24th of February.
I think we're being a bit harsh now on this lad. To be fair.
I don't.
I think no.
I'm not
it's not his
him.
fault. I just don't
No.
think. Yeah, look, he's not good enough. They're the champions of Scotland, and he's just not got a. He's not got a look in there, and he's not. Maybe John Terry had a word with him up in Scotland and kind of gave him a bit of a motivation, because he's a big Celtic fan now.
Did he?
Hit on his missus. But like, I think it's a little bit harsh on him. I kind of think it's not too late for him. He needs to get a bit of a rest now. Get back into pre-season, get pre-season games under his belt as well, and we might see a different player next season for that.
So we might actually see him.
Yeah, we might see him. Yeah.
Right,
the other no, though, just to mention, is perhaps Mark Travers. I've seen the speculation with him. I mean, brilliant season. There is a bit of speculation that Bournemouth are looking to buy Henderson from Man United.
Yes,
or bring him in.
Sorry, that was more of it. Well, it could be. Well, I'll tell you what, it's a danger here moment.
Oh yeah, sorry, danger here then.
Danger here. Well, I mean, I forgot to put it on. It's a danger here moment, but it could be a no. So yes, Bournemouth are linked with Man United goalkeeper Dean Henderson. I think if they sign him, if they get him in on loan, and Man United have to pay some of his wages, they're clearly going to play him. Yeah. And I think that's outrageous. And I think to do that to someone, to the goalkeeper, Mark Travers, would be a massive blow to his confidence. I think that would just send him backwards.
I agree completely with you. I mean, he got the Golden Gloves, didn't he, in the league?
Yeah.
Most clean sheets and stuff. And, like we've just mentioned Aaron Connolly there and how different it could have been for him playing for Ireland, and he had that opportunity for goals and he doesn't seem to have settled. Whereas you think about Mark Travers, he got the opportunity above Bazunu, made the mistake. That could have set him back massively. And fair play to him, the resilience of that lad, because he's got back, he's got his team promoted, he's been their best player. Amazing record, best goalkeeper in the league, technically on the stats. It would be really harsh, I think, to bring in a player who, if they bring in Henderson, like you said, Man United will be playing part of his loan fee. He's only going to move there because he wants to be playing, because he's trying to get into that World Cup squad. And that's a massive factor as well for our players now, that the World Cup is later on in the season, because you're going to have players who are cleverly moving, thinking, got to get a run of games now to get in the mindset of the World Cup. Whereas if Henderson probably would have gone in January, he didn't have to this time, because he knew he'll have a season at another club. He's got like August, September to kind of get in the thinking of England's manager. So that's why it's sadly going to impact on Travers if he gets that move.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's very unfortunate. Another, actually, a bit of good news, in fact, and I forgot to mention this in the AS. Ollie O'Neill, Spurs and West Ham battling it out for him. He's playing for Fulham at the moment, isn't he? I think he's in the under 23s, but be nice to get him. He'll probably somehow, if he plays for West Ham, he'll probably somehow end up at England. I don't trust them. Right, before we move on to social media watch, let's have a look at some of the comments that have come in here. Paul Culleton. How you doing, Paul? We didn't have you last week. Paul Culleton on our YouTube channel says, "Hi lads, I know the two of you are living in London. Channel 4, after getting the rights for England Nations League games, surely Ireland's Nation League matches should be available on free to RTV here." 100%, Paul. This stems back to the deal done with Sky Sports in 2000, obviously signed in 99, where they got to show the rights to all the home matches. And then in 2002, Sky got the exclusive rights. Brendan Menton sold the rights to Sky, the exclusive home rights for all the matches, and that caused mayhem. I remember that was before going into the World Cup. Actually, that's something we probably should have mentioned, the 2002 World Cup. But yeah, they got the rights to that. massive storm. There was an EU law. I know I'm going on a tangent here, but hopefully, some people are going to learn some things they never knew before. That sounds quite arsey, actually, the way I said that. But basically, yes. And there was an EU law that could have protected the rights for those home matches because they are of a national interest. But Sheila De Valera, who was the TD for that at the time, decided, no, not going to do it. Can't be arsed. And then all of a sudden, Sky got the rights to show Switzerland at home, I think it was. And then there was Absolute Murder. That was Mick's last game. And then eventually they came to an agreement where Sky would get the exclusive live rights to the friendly matches, and RTE or TV3 would get the rights to the qualifiers with Sky. And I think Sky got them for 7 million quid. I think RTE actually at the time, Martin, offered like 250 grand. It was actually RTE offered less for the football. So, you can't really blame the FAI for that. RTE caused a lot of that. Anyway, at that time when they negotiated that deal in 2000. And it's just kind of rolled on from there. So even though, and this is the thing that people have to understand, so the Nations League are viewed as friendlies. Yeah. And they are, in a monetary sense of the word, because pay TV can have exclusive rights for home matches if they're friendlies. So that's the Nations League. So in monetary terms, the Nations League I know they're not friendlies, but they're seen as friendlies. So yes, RT should have those because they're not friendlies, or are they friendly? So that's where that's going from. Totally agree with you. RT should have the rights to it, or whatever the channels are. I haven't lived there for 11 years, so gone off on a tangent, Paul. But hopefully I've answered that question in a mad way. Will you be watching England matches on Channel 4, Martin?
No. Just one thing I would say. I mean, it's the TV coverage of Sky. I mean, I feel sometimes like I think I mean I watched the last game, not the Belgian one, the Lithuania, and we had Clinton Morrison and Mick McCarthy in the studio, and it was just like second class citizens basically, weren't even at the game, backdrop, in a studio in London. This is the cutting cost, obviously, and I think it's the thing of COVID, obviously, where people couldn't travel. So the games are kind of linked back to a live studio, but it was just a really shit production. And the thing about it that annoyed me was they kept doing a kind of loop roll of footage in the background. So it showed, I know this sounds really, really petty, but it really bothered my viewing pleasure, was that, it showed in the background this like couple of ball boys coming along, kicking the ball around on the pitch on a loop, basically, while Mick McCarthy's talking. I found it very, very distracting. Doesn't really bother me too much, in the sense of I'm normally at the games. So, but that was the thing. I just thought.
I hear what you. Yeah, just like the bastard stepchild of Sky. If you don't want them, why are you showing the games then? Give them to us. We'll show them for free. Some more comments there. Paul Colton again. Great show as always. Thank you very much, Paul. Very much appreciated. Paul, this is a question. God, we're back to the guy.
Jesus.
Just on the hurling, Martin, do you think Kilkenny have enough to go and win away in Parnell Park this weekend in Leinster round robin championship in the Green Machine Derby?
Paul, I don't really know, to be honest, Paul, but I just know there's a lot. What I'm hearing, there's a lot of problems in the Kilkenny camp, and lots of speculation, lots of uproar. I was saying it to my mum, which I'll give her a shout out to. She probably is watching, Helen. I was saying to her, it's just shite at the moment. My football team, Man United, are crap, and Kilkenny hurling's gone a bit crap as well. So it's not brilliant at the moment.
Oh, what a shame!
Don't feel sorry for me.
Say that for a podcast.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Darryl O'Connor, Story Lad, Darryl. Hope you're well. Also on our YouTube channel, wherever you guys are watching us. Paul Cullerton again, really enjoying the 2002 World Cup show as well, lads. If any of the listeners haven't got on that, you should really download it from the first episode. Thank you very much, Paul. And speaking of which, Paul, actually, we're gonna plug this a little bit. This is the love child of Nick Creeley. He loves his World Cup 2002. Although he's not on with us here tonight. But yes, we have started a series. It's available on greenmachinepodcast.com. It's also available on the Spotify, Google, the Apple one, what's it called? iTunes. Anywhere you get your podcast, or you can go on the greenmachinepodcast.com. We have done a load of episodes. We're going all the way through. We're going to cover the games. We're going to cover everything. So please,
everything. We're covering everything on that, aren't we? We've even got like fans involved in that. We've got some players who were there coming up as well, a little bit exclusive. But yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah. We're going to actually plug that. We're going to have a player that played in the World Cup, and we're going to give you guys the opportunity to ask him a question, but it has to be a question that, is kind of original, not like what's your favorite cereal, that kind of stuff. You can get that stuff somewhere else. Back to I'm in a real bitchy mood tonight. Back to the comments tonight. Daryl O'Connor, Scales played decent every time I've seen him play with Celtic. Defo a shout at left wing back, in my opinion, with Stevens, McLean and Manning doing well too. Yep, Manning hadn't really got much game time in the last few weeks, but he did play full 90 minutes for Swansea, not NK Dons.
Yes, Swansea. I mean, the only thing, I think Stevens scored the other day as well for Sheffield United. I mean,
he did. Yeah.
My only worry with Stevens is just I worry about this injury. To be honest, I think it could be a bad one that when it's going to impact him, it's going to keep him out for a long time.
Moving on, Paul Cullerton. Love the passion, David. Thank you very much, Paul. International games have to be on a free television in each individual country. Absolutely, 100%. Paul cannot disagree with you there. Kieran Boyle, lads, MLS over here is doing great guns, or is going great guns. Football specific stadium sold out, 30 to 40,000 attendance. Who's the next Irish players you're heading over here for? Bit of the old buds and hot dogs. I reckon McLean will probably go. Do you reckon
he wasn't offered a move, wasn't he? There, yeah, it could be a move there. I mean, he's
probably the fittest player in it.
Yeah, I think he doesn't mind a trip to America, which maybe I'm giving something away. But yeah, look, brilliant. Like, I think the MLS is doing really well. As well, just thinking of Paul there, giving a very kind shout out to listen to our back catalogue of podcasts. It might be of interest there, Kieran, to listen back to our interview with Alan Kelly, the referee who was in the MLS for many, many years. Brilliant interview on that. Good fun, telling us a lot about him refereeing international games as well. And yeah, he was really good actually. I'm actually thinking in my head of some of the stories he told us that he wouldn't put on the podcast that were very good, which we sadly can't reveal, but were very interesting.
That's a shame.
Who's the biggest bollocks he's ever refereed? I don't think he actually said it, but
you gotta say it. You gotta say it.
Welsh, played for Liverpool and golf clubs. That's my clues.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly. That is. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Craig Bellamy. Right. One of the final comments will get going. Declan Finnegan, Ryan Manning played centre back for Swansea on Saturday. Been playing there a few games now. Yes, I think he plays as a part of a back three, actually, or a back five, isn't it? The three at the back. Declan is knowledgeable as always. Right, let's have a little look at the social media watch. I have a bone to pick with this one, Martin. Watch the viewership go straight down. Right, what has everybody got against Bono?
Oh no!
Oh, that's the wrong one, actually.
Saint Bono.
That's Bono. What has everyone got against Bono? I put it up on the thing. I thought it looked cool, and it was just hammered. So basically, anyone listening on the audio version of this, I put a post up there. Yes, so I'm a massive U2 fan. I don't care. Take a shot at me. I'm drinking coffee out of a Little Mermaid mug because I lost my Elsadol. Maybe living in London for too long. So they played a surprise gig in a bomb shelter which actually a disused metro station in Ukraine, in Kiev, and I thought it was pretty cool. And everyone just went, "Oh, Bono, attention seeking, whatever." Are you a Bono fan, Martin?
I do like U2, yeah, but not as much as you. But I mean,
no.
I think actually my favorite U2 song is quite obscure in a way. Electrical Storm. Electrical Storm. Really like that song.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah, there you go. Well, it's one of my most more recent. I do like.
Have you ever seen him live? Have you ended up somehow in
No, I've
Bono's
not.
dressing room?
I've not seen.
You've never seen him
you two
live?
live. No, there you go. I did have tickets and I didn't end up able to go. But
Not that much of
yeah,
a fan, then, are you?
no.
Right. On to more.
I probably saw. I do a lot of stuff for charity that I like to mention. So he was probably at one of them things, clicking his fingers and telling me to fucking donate while he's traveling around on a jet. Anyway, sorry, Dave.
You saucy bastard! That is a cheap shot. Let me tell you something. He's done more for this country than most people. Ireland. We're both in England.
Yeah.
Right. Well, undoubtedly, everyone's favorite Irish person at the moment here. Probably not James McLean. Well, I mean, yes, we love James McLean. But here he is with Katie Taylor in Las Vegas. The two of them met. Of course, Katie Taylor is the greatest women's boxer of all time. She is amazing and a wonderful, wonderful. Just a love. I've never met her. Lovely person. You never hear any scandal about her. Just she's amazing. Really, her face is healed up. Thankfully, she took a hell of a hiding.
Yeah, I watched it. I actually watched that back, and that's incredible that she survived that. To be fair, but she did. I know I spoke about it last week. I mean, look, interesting. This fight was in the meeting was in Vegas. That's where Canelo fought on the weekend, and he lost his title. Brilliant video Eddie Hearn put up showing Katie walking in to meet Canelo, and just you can't act what Katie Taylor does. Like, she's just so humble and quiet. And I know you said you hadn't met her, David. I was fortunate enough to meet her. And she is that. She just is, though. Like, she's just so grounded, like so quiet. You can barely hear her speak when she's actually talking. Like, just thank you for your support. And just really humble. She just wants to fight.
Just like Bono.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Very humble like Bono.
Yeah, Jesus. Actually, that would be worth seeing. Like, set them up in the ring.
He just sing to her.
Yeah.
Well, he tried to sing to her. You can't really sing anymore.
But no, I'll tell you what, just Kate. Like, I love seeing James McLean doing that as well. Like, seeing her, and he just, got to remember as well when Katie fought at Wembley recently as well. It wasn't at Wembley, was it? Where was she met the Irish team before the fight? It was at Wembley. I think.
It was Wembley.
It was for the England game. It was the England game, and brilliant. That was
didn't go very well.
And but look, she is just an icon of Irish sport now, and
Here's a story about that photograph. It was National Women's Day, and I shared that photograph where all the Irish lads are holding all their titles.
Yes.
National Women's Day. And some guy had a go at me because
I've seen that.
How dare you, because you've got men in the picture.
I do remember that, Dave. You upset more people.
This is what I do. I am actually going to start doing I think I'm going to start doing a solo video where I'm going to just start going through all these comments and some of the stuff that gets thrown at me, because it's a podcast. It is definitely worth a look. All the stuff that I'll tell you now.
Just while we're on the boxing theme, I was listening to a podcast today, and it's kind of done with the Irish Star, and it's called Shadow Boxing, and it's very interesting. I think a lot of our listeners might like it. And it's about like the MTK boxing thing, Daniel Kinahan.
Oh, Jesus.
Very interesting now. Jesus, yeah, we better just give Nick's name out and address. If anyone has a problem with us praising this. But
I'm not even going to joke about your fucking Twitter tag. I'm not even going to joke about that.
No, I know. But seriously, no, really, it's a really good listen though. And like one thing I know with this is an Irish football thing, but why this is relevant is, there's a lot of talk about Katie Taylor coming back and fighting in Croke Park.
Yeah.
And even, I don't really understand why the Aviva has not been mentioned as a venue for it, for a fight there. But there's not been any I didn't know this. But there's not been a professional fight licensed in Dublin, in Ireland, for years. And it's just because of all that crap going on. The Gardaí won't let it happen. So that just seems to be being missed out, though, in this story of Eddie Hearns and Katie Taylor, and they're talking about this rematch and this coming home fight and stuff, because I can't see it happening at the moment because of all this, the politics of boxing and to do with
Well, you had the shooting, didn't you,
with
at the hotel a
the
while back as
Regency.
well?
Yeah. So,
You know, so
anyway, we don't want to talk too much about
no,
this.
no. I have no comment on that whatsoever. Right. So
The only thing we might be safe is if Aaron Conley's doing the shooting, we'll be safe.
Yeah, fucker probably won't show up. Oh God, Aaron, if you're out there, we love you. So
Yeah.
kind of. Right, I think that's really it for this week. We're gonna have a look at why we still have our knees intact. Actually, we've got a couple of extra comments here coming in. We got Billy Young enjoying the show,
Not
guys.
threats.
Not threats, not yet. Not yet. Billy Young, enjoying the show, guys, from Los Angeles. Thanks. Oh, thanks for that, Billy. Yeah, we're in bloody London. Well, actually, it's quite hot here in London at the moment. Also, an Irish fan, a sad Man United fan, and I have family from Kilkenny.
Nice
Good
one.
for you, Billy.
Nice one, Billy. Good lad.
Yeah. Sorry about Man United.
Yeah, good.
I'm not really. Darrell O'Connor. Random question, lads. We all love our jerseys from 1988 to 94, of course. But other than them, what would your favorite home and away Ireland jerseys be?
Ooh, right, good question.
I
know Nick Nick loves the 02 one, doesn't he?
Oh, he fucking has that on the brain. Sorry, Nick. We love you if you're listening in wherever you are, whatever forest you're in Malahide. I think away one. I'm going to go on a limb here. For me, would be the one that we wore when we although it's still 94, so maybe it doesn't count. I presume he's going to. Presuming he sort of means Darren. You kind of mean Adidas there. I'm going to go with the one that we wore in 1994 when we stuffed the North 4-0. That white, I actually have it. It's in the drawer over there. The white one with the green. It was our first Umbro one, and I think home one is a cross between the Euro 2016 one, which I think is a very nice one, and the complete rip off of the 1987 one that they had in 2010 for the Euro 2012 qualifying. The one, remember Keith Fahey against Armenia, that lovely shirt. Don't have a picture of it actually, but they're my favorite home and away ones. What do you reckon, man? What's yours?
So the white one you like is the one that if you can kind of see our backdrop, it's Alan McLaughlin, isn't it? Yeah, it's that one, isn't it?
No, that's Adidas.
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry. All right. Oh, I know the one you're on about. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I think I'm trying to look at the picture there, our backdrop. I did like the one. Do you know the one? Well, when we got knocked out. Well, the France one, the France playoff with the Henri handball. The white one with the kind of had the very thin kind of.
Yeah.
It had a kind of tint of grey in it as well. Kind of.
The home one for that one was actually quite nice around that time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, we've had some really good shirts, and I think the home one though is a weird one. I think it's a 2003 or 4. The one when we play Kerr's year. Basically, I like that one. I did like that. It had these kind of little dotty kind of bits in the actual fabric of it. It was quite nice. It was quite light as well, and I've got John O'Shea on the back of one of them. Unless it's a shirt I like.
No, there you go.
Great question, though. To be fair,
yeah, no, these are. I love these questions. Actually, he's right about TV rights and stuff.
And if he can let us know what his one is, even better.
Yeah, Darryl. If you get there before the show ends, we'll have a look at what your one is. Bernard Phantom, nice show, guys. Thank you very much, Bernard.
Cheers, Bernard. Member of Supporters Club in London.
Oh, there you are. Brilliant. And speaking of which, that's a lovely little segue.
Oh, very good. Yeah.
Yep, we got the annual Risk London Supporters Group. We have the annual charity quiz Friday 20th of May at 7:30 p.m. if you're in London. It is in aid of the Irish Motor Neuron Disease Association. Obviously an absolute horrible condition, and any help, any donations will be greatly appreciated. Entry is £15 per team, max 3 persons, and you will win if you win. When I win, because I'm going to be there, and I'm going to win just on my own. I'm great. I'm useless at everything else, but I'm really good at general knowledge. You can win the Tommy Feely Memorial Trophy. Tommy, who we lost sadly after the Rugby World Cup, actually. A hell of a character. He used to go to all the games. That's going to be in the Claddering, which is in North London. So, come on over. I'm going to be there. Say hello.
Yeah, we're going to do a little bit, aren't we? We're going to have a chat with people who are there as well. So we're going to do something from the Green Machine, one of our kind of sponsors of that event. And yeah, we've got a signed Island shirt as well. That can be won on the night. Yeah, it's good. Like, we've raised a lot of money normally for these quizzes. It's been hit by COVID for the last couple of years, obviously. And yeah, we're getting back to it now. It's a good night, good crack. And yeah, anyone's welcome to come along. If you're over in London, have friends, family, just bring them up.
Yeah, and we'll be there. Come along, say hello. If you want to spout some abuse, Martin's right there. Daryl has come back to us, by the way. Hold the phone.
Here we go. Here we go.
Before we're going to leave you guys with a lovely clip of Jack Charlton. It's one I have not shared, I don't believe, on lancerner.ie, and I did get it tacked on at the end of a DVD. So before we go into that, we're going to read one last comment here from Daryl. So, what is his favorite jersey? What do you reckon it is, Martin? You can't see the comments, can you?
I'm going to go with the home World Cup 2002. I'm going to go with. I think he's going to go for that.
It's actually, he agrees with me. It's the green one. Good man, Daryl. I always knew you. You were a good lad. And the away one, what do you think it is?
The one I said.
Nope. Daryl O'Connor. I'm going to read
the Brady one.
So, good answer, lads. Home would be the Keith Fahey green one. Good man. Versus Armenia was a lovely shirt, to be fair. And away would be the white Euro 2016 one. Brady scored versus Italy. That is actually a very nice shirt.
Yeah, very good.
That is probably a nicer shirt than the one I selected, but it's the fact that we stuffed the North 4-0 in Windsor Park.
That is iconic, though. The Robbie Brady one is iconic, obviously, for the goal. And people remember that. So.
But that is a nice shirt, actually. New Balance did. John Courtney was having a good couple of years there. Your pal. I've never met him, actually.
If anyone can find me the blue Ireland goalkeeper shirt on sale anywhere, I don't think it ever was on sale. John, correct me if I'm wrong. It wasn't on sale. I'm telling you, it wasn't on sale.
Are you disparaging the goddamn good name of John Courtney?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying my son is incredibly spoilt by me when it comes to Ireland, and if there's a shirt on sale, he invariably gets it, and that shirt was not on sale. And if I'm proved wrong, that's fine. But if I'm proved right, I'd like Umbro to make one and send it to me.
Yeah, with Courtney in the
back. No, he does a good job. It's difficult, to be fair. We're inspired by the fields. So.
The fields, not the rugby shirt. Right? Yeah. Don't you dare say that out there. John Courtney was inspired by the fields of Ireland.
I love the new shirt. Look, I've got two of them here.
That doesn't look quite. Is that an official one? I don't know. It looks a bit.
We have contacts.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going.
I don't know if you can get the new shirt with the official lettering on it, but from Elvery's.
You certainly can. Well, you have it there anyway, so it's all that matters. Right. So we're going to leave it there. Thank you very much, Martin, as always.
Cheers.
We just love pushing that envelope a little bit. Thank you very much for watching at home. Please give us a follow on the Facebook page, Green Machine Facebook page, also the Lansing Road page, if you would be ever so kind. You can get an audio version of this on the greenmachinepodcast.com website, and all of our podcasts are on there, and they are free of charge. Please give us a review or whatever. Please spread the word. Please tell the good folks out there, and join us next Monday for the same script. We might have Nick next week, but I don't think ESB have replaced the hamster out there, or the Victorian children that they probably have digging the coal mines, whatever it is they do in Ireland with electricity. We're on the gas here, Mark. We're on the proper stuff there.
Well, no, Nick might be joining the boxing club.
And on that, we'll leave you with this week back in the day is Jack Charlton. He was 87 yesterday. God rest him. He did wonderful things for this country, and we all love him very, very much. He didn't like me when he met me, and I did annoy his brother as well when I met him a couple of years later. Do you know anyone else who got on the wrong side of the Charlton brothers?
I didn't upset Jack when I met him, but Bobby is grumpy anyway.
He is.
But a legend. But a legend, I must say, Bobby.
Two legends of football. He was 87 yesterday. Here is a fantastic clip of him on Clive Anderson. Good night. God bless, and see you next week.
What was it like over there in the heat? Was there difficulty in America? Is all your players complaining?
I was fine.
Oh, blimey, this is hot. It's not like Ireland, is it? But what you were banned from the touchline partially because of that.
Yeah, well, I still try to find out to this day why I got banned. I mean, normally you're supposed to be talked to by the referee or talked to by a linesman or one of the officials. The only guy I had an argument with was a FIFA official who pushed me.
Yes.
Now, I didn't swear at him.
No.
I did when he pushed me.
Did you swear in English or Irish?
Well, let's put it this way. You would have understood it in China.